Dear students, welcome back to another session. And today I will be starting with a very interesting and easy topic, which is leadership. And this topic will be easy just because you have to imagine me as your leader. And a leader is the person who is leading a group of people, just like me. I am leading you guys in organization and to achieve the organization goal. Just like I will be leading you, I will be guiding you towards your goal, which is to clear your ACC examination. So before I move ahead, guys, please make sure to let me know if you're watching these videos that the upcoming video should be in totally English. That means 99% of English, or a blend of 50% English, 50% Hindi, or totally Hindi. So that it would be more easy for me to understand that how I have to create videos to help you out. So now let's begin with the today's session. So as we have discussed, leadership means leading a group of people in an organization to achieve the organizational goal, just like I am leading you guys to achieve your goal, which is to clear your ACC exams. So there are two types of leader in any organization. One is the transformational leader and another one is the transactional leader. See guys, the same topic was covered in ACCA BT, and the students who have already cleared BT examination will be much aware about this topic, and they will be familiar and they will be feeling happy today because there also it was very easy go topic. But for those who have availed exemption, guys, this is the time to refresh and to learn something new, which is again very easy. So there are two types of leader. One is the transformational leader and another one is the transactional leader, which is also known as the manager. So the transformational leader are the persons who are establishing the mission and strategies of the organization. Transformation, the name itself tells they are bringing towards something as a change. That means they will be bringing something new to the organization, and that's why they will be thinking about innovation, they will be thinking about growth. And again, these things are not considered as a short term changes, they are always a long term changes, and that's why these types of leaders have a long term view. On the other hand, there are transactional leader, which are also known as the manager. They are again leading the people, but yes, their main focus is to achieve the mission which is being established by the transformational leader, and their main focus is to achieve those strategies which have already been established. Their main task is to manage and control the people of organization. That's why they think on a medium to short term basis. So this is the difference between these types of leader. And in the question you might get uh, case study relating to people, and you will have to find out that what kind of leader these persons are and how to deal with them, or uh, prepare strategies accordingly. Now there are two types of leadership theory. One is trait theory and another is style and behavior theory. Leadership theory, first theory, which is known as the trait theory. Uh, Trait, name itself tells traits. That means qualities, characteristics. So these types of leaders focus on the qualities or characteristics of a good leader. Maybe there are certain leaders who have good energy. There are certain leaders who have very good communication skills that they can mold other people's by their wording. And there are certain leaders who are a good motivator. I don't know what kind of leader I am for you, and please make it sure to let me know what kind of leader I am for you. So, people recognize these leaders based on their traits. Next is style and behavior theory. So, these types of leaders focus on the influencing style of the leaders, how that particular person is influencing others. So, again, we have a strict style of behavioral theory, which divides a leader into four categories. One is tell, another is sell, third one is consult, and fourth one are the joint type of leader. So the tell type of person are just kind of like whatever I have told you, you have to follow out. No questioning, no if no but, you just have to follow up my instructions. So they are certain kind of rigid person, no flexibility while working with these types of leader. Another are they uh, do whatever they want to do. But again, they influence other in such a way that the other person get agreed happily whatever they are saying. So their, way of molding other is just in a positive sense, that no one is in a mood to oppose them. Third one are consult. These people do whatever they want to do, but at least they gave other person a chance to speak up or to give their ideas. So they're just like, okay, share me your views, what you want to say, and in the end, I will do what I want to do. And the fourth one are joint. They are certain kind of democratic type of person, and they create a democracy type of environment, because they get ideas and they allow others to share their opinions. And if they feel comfortable, and if they feel that the ideas of the employees or managers is good, then they allow them to share their opinion, and then they work accordingly. So now the next one is the contingency theory. The name itself tells that it's something related to contingency, that is nothing is fixed. So yes, according to this theory, there is no right way of leading that will serve all the situation. That means we can't say that in this particular, I have to be rigid. We have to follow rules, or we have to be flexible. That depend upon situation to situation. Whatever the situation will be, the leader will mold himself according to that given situation. So yes, the leadership style varies with the situation, that is depending upon the contingency. The appropriate leadership style depend upon the teams and the nature of task involved. Maybe my people need my motivation. Maybe they are good to go by their own. So that totally depend upon their employees and the level of the situation. So the next is McGeorger theory X and theory Y. There are two types of manager. One is theory X manager. So according to these theories, theory X manager feels that yes, their teammates lack expertise and responsibility. That means they can't handle anything by their own. So that's mean these types of members spoon feed their employees, or the person who are working under him, so that they can manage their work accordingly in a right manner. So hence the manager dictates what need to be done, and the time is closely monitored. Each and everything is monitored by the head leader, and that person will guide them, that person will spoon feed them, that you have to do this task according to this. The teammates don't have their own mind. They are not accountable because they are just following the orders referred by their manager. So yes, these types of managers are more involved in a routine recurring activities, and there is no decision making authority in the hands of the teammates. So again, that depend upon the team people as well as the manager and their perspective about the employees working under him. Next is theory Y manager. Theory Y manager feels that yes, their teammates can do by their own. They can handle things, so they have expertise and they can take the responsibility. So that's why they can plan their work accordingly, and they can make he can make themselves responsible for whatever action they are taking on. So next is another term which is known as entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. Guys, you must be watching Shark Tank India. This is one of my favorite show, and I wish I will be an entrepreneur very soon. So the person who is taking the risk and setting up his own business with a new idea, his new concept is known as entrepreneur. So it's kind of risky, but again, whenever we have risk, we have more rewards. So these types of person take the first mover advantage to invest money and their time and energy in something new and attractive, and that's why they have to take risk and they will get more return. So another term is intrapreneurship. Again, it's a blend of entrepreneur and employeeship basically. So basically, these employees, the entrepreneurship employees involves employees who have innovative ideas. Sometimes it happens that in our organization, the employer is having money, he is having resources, but he is not having that thinking process. So yes, these types of organization promote innovation and new ideas in employees, and they motivate their employees to share their ideas, share their views and opinions, and then they are being rewarded for the good ideas which they share with the organization, and then that is gonna to lead them motivation. So this was all about entrepreneurship, and I hope you guys will become a very good entrepreneur or entrepreneur. And I would suggest go for the entrepreneurship. So next is the professional code of ethics. Professional. You will be the professional. So professional is the person who is having the specialist knowledge through intense education and expertise. See, that could be doctor, that could be accountant, that could be engineer. So these types of person learn something from their education background, and they apply their education in their work area. So these professionals have to undergo with certain code of ethics, and in our ACC curriculum, or for accountants, we have code of ethics which we have to comply with, and we have to comply with the IFSC professional code of ethics, which are being developed by IESBA, that means the International Ethical Standard of Board. And yes, if we are not in a position to get guidance from these standards or these codes, there is a ambiguity in these kind of situation, then we can take any kind of legal advice if required. So thinking about the professional ethics and thinking about profession, see, I am the professional, I am an ACC member, so there are certain code of ethics which are applicable to me also, and I have to comply with these standards and these codes, because it's the matter of my profession, it's a matter of ACC's respect, and I have a responsibility towards my profession, towards ACCA. So principles of professional ethics for ISBA and IFAC. First one is integrity, and guys, I have created a mnemonic for that, which is PICOP. During my times, I learned this mnemonic and I remember it till now. If you want, you can learn it as the way it is. So first one is integrity. Integrity, that means honest, straightforward, truthfulness, and do not conceal any wrong things or fair dealing. So it is being expected from me, being an accountant, being an auditor, that I should be honest towards general public. I should be honest towards my client as well as audience. And if I know any information which is incorrect, which is misleading, and due to that knowledge, maybe the audience, maybe the clients could take wrong decision, then I should speak up and I should be honest, and I should be involved in a fair deals with my clients, with general public and the society. Next is objectivity, that means fact based, no bias, no conflict of interest, and no undue influence. That means my judgment should be pure, that is, that should be based on facts. That should not involve any kind of bias, any kind of conflict of interest, or my decision would not be based on any influence by any person, maybe inside or outside the organization. So, apart from that, my judgment, be it be, suppose I am in the auditor's responsibility, I am in the auditor's capacity. So, I am not thinking my judgment based on the fact that yes, that is gonna to give decision A is gonna to be more profitable for me as compared to decision B. I should not give this type of judgments. Next is professional competence and due care. That means maintain professional knowledge and skills up to date with all laws, diligent in works, and act with due care. That means being a professional, that is expected from me, that yes, I have to maintain the knowledge whichever I have acquired during my education journey, and I have to be up to date. It's not like that I have cleared my ACC and then done. No, I have to be updated, because if I am not updated according to the recent changes, recent trend, maybe in the accounting, maybe in the technology, then I won't be in a position to help my clients to serve the society. So that's mean, and apart from that, I should work considering the full fledged care. That means I can't be blind and just doing my work. Next is, and the most important thing is confidentiality, guys. In future, you will be working with numerous clients, and it's expected from you that you should not disclose your client's confidential information without your client's prior approval to anyone. Be it could be your friend, be it could be your teammates in your organization, or maybe someone outsider. It is not possible that you are disclosing clients information, and that is not gonna to impact them negatively. So guys, make sure to respect the confidentiality of the client, so you should not leak any information. But again, there are certain situation when you can leak the confidential information whenever there is a requirement by law, or there is some concern regarding to general public. Just like, take the example of money laundering, it's a serious offense, or maybe your clients is involved in certain litigation related areas, be it income tax litigation. So in those areas, you can breach the confidentiality issue, and you can speak up to the relevant parties. Now, next, and the one of the most important is the professional behavior. That means you should avoid actions which discredit the professional and members. That is, for example, not following the company's policies and procedure. So, being an ACCA member, it is expected from you to maintain the professional behavior. That means you should not be involved in any activity that is gonna to impact, or that is gonna to harm the reputation of ACCA. So the same applies to me. It's applicable to me that I should respect ACCA, and I should respect the fact that I am an ACCA member. So I should not be involved in any activity which is gonna to harm the reputation of ACCA as well. Now, there are certain threats to professional ethics, and every accountant, every auditor have to save themselves from these ethical situation, and wherever possible, take the safeguards. And if it is not possible to take the safeguards, or by working with the clients, then we should try to at least, refuse the assignment. That is the bare minimum we can do in that particular case. So there are certain threats, because ethical threat is a situation when you won't be following, or you might not follow the principle of professional ethics. That means these type of requirement. So there are certain examples of threats, and covered under every category. First one is the self interest threat. That means whenever you have financial interest in the company, maybe you have the shares of that company, maybe you have received some kind of gifts from the clients during the tenure of your working with that particular clients. Maybe the client is having any kind of personal or family relationship, maybe a business relationship with the clients, or maybe the clients have not paid you the previous fees. And guys, this has happened with me, right? So in those cases, you might have interest in clients, and you might feel that if I will say something negative about my client, I will lose something. So that is known as self interest threat, and this particular threat is gonna to harm your integrity and objectivity. Next is self-review threat. That means auditor, or the auditor's teammates are working the work done by them. Maybe the client's financial statement, or maybe the client's internal auditor was done by me. Now I am the external auditor itself. Maybe I have done some tax related assignment. I have done the payroll assignment of the client. So then in that case, I will be reviewing the work of my own, or maybe my teammates have done that specific work. So I won't be in a position to find something negative in that client. So I should avoid these kind of situation. Maybe we can segregate the teammates if the complexity of the or magnitude of the threat is not so high. Then we can accept both assignments if it's allowed, and then divide the teammates, or maintain the confidentiality agreement. Now, next is the advocacy threat. That means whenever auditor is promoting the clients and maybe in journal public, so that is known as the advocacy threat. That means I am representing, suppose I am representing my clients in litigation, so I am representing myself as that I am the representation of client. Maybe I am adjoining him to the income tax office, so I am just giving an idea that don't worry, I am with him. So these types of situation could create a advocacy threat. Now, next one is the familiarity threat. Familiarity threat means whenever I have some long association with the clients, then that long association, whenever suppose I am known to you guys, suppose you are my client and we know each other from suppose good 4 years or 5 years, then there will be some kind of comfort zone between you and me. So in that case, I won't be in a position to say something negative about you. So that is known as the familiarity threat. Next one, intimidation threat. That means whenever I am being intimidated or I am being threatened by someone to act objectively or act according to the right situation, that is known as intimidation threat. Maybe someone is in a position to blackmail me. Maybe someone is threatening me regarding physical or familiar threat. If you did this, see me out. These kind of situation create an intimidation threat. So, guys, these are the certain threats, and we should follow the safeguards whenever possible to avoid professional ethical situation or threat to professional ethical situation. So, we should adopt for the code of professional ethics. We should opt for the policies and procedure. Again, do regular risk assessment to just make sure that what kind of risk could arise, and we have to make sure that we are providing 100% training to our employees just to make sure that they are aware about the ethical related situation. And again, we can create the separate teams maybe, and we have to review the work done by our team by maybe some external reviewer. These could be the possibilities to safeguard against it on the, and the maximum safeguard will be to reject the assignment. Now, next is, so the roles expected from a professional accountant in a society. So, being a professional, there is something which is being expected from me right now, and in future that will be expected from you guys also. So that is, you have to maintain your professional ethics, which is the PICOP, the requirement, which is the most mandatory thing. Then again, whatever report you are providing, be it be the auditing report, that should be transparent, that should be based on the facts, and you should be involved in the fair dealings with your stakeholders. That means there is no concealment, everything based on the transparency and honesty. And again, that is a part of the professional ethics. And whatever audits you are performing, that should be independent without any bias. Again, that is the part of professional ethics. And yes, you should report any fraud or any ambiguity or any situation which you are aware of. So this is the bare minimum which is being expected from a professional accountant in the society. Now, there is something which was mentioned, and that is very common, which is known as fraud. See, fraud and error, these are two terms which could arise in any accounting or any auditing related scenario. Fraud is something which is deliberate, which is intentional, right? So it is intention, which is basically intentional. So uh, see, I want to hide money, I want to conceal something, and that is wishful by me, that is known as fraud. And I just suppose I know about some discrepancy, and again I am silent and I am doing this with my own wish, so that is known as the fraud related situation. And there are two types of fraud. One is the misappropriation of asset, that could be obviously asset related, that means tangible items, so cash, inventory, anything. And next is fraudulent financial reporting. That means I am showing the wrong picture in the financial statement and I am aware about these facts. So that could be just taking the example, maybe I am showing the more employees, maybe I am showing over expenses, and just to show the reduced profits. And again, I'm involved in such a scenario with my suppliers that I am presenting the bogus bills, and just to show more purchase figure, and again to show the inflated prices. So these are the certain ways to fraud to be happen. So fraud could be, incurred by internal or external, both scenarios. And error. See, error is something which, I forgot to mention. Error is unintentional, that we are not aware about, and that is not, wishful, that happened, and maybe we are aware, and maybe we are confused about the terms. So next is whistleblower. So remember school times, there were class monitors, class prefects who were the favorite of the tutor. Why? Because whatever wrong was happening in the class, they used to mention about that to the class tutor or class in charge. So again, this is something just like that. That means that could be internal or that could be external person. So whistleblower is a person provides any information to the senior management with respect to fraud or maybe illegal activity which is being held in the organization. So these person could be internal, they could be employed, they could be maybe interns or supplied someone, or external person. So the persons who are providing information about some wrong happening in the organization are known as whistleblower. So see, and again, if I'm and just remember about movies. If I am, telling my organization about some wrong acts, and I am aware about some wrongful acts, then I might be afraid that I will have to pay for my honesty. And again, this is true fact. Just remember some movies, good movies, and in movies, what happen is that these people who provide as an evidence, who show themselves as an evidence, they are threatened, maybe the threat to their life, maybe threat to their family. So yes, these person have fear regarding the consequences of their speaking up. So yes, in the UK, whistleblowers are protected by the law if they report something related to the public interest, and that should be, the approach. So that's why we can motivate these persons to speak up about anything happening in the organization. So if we want to encourage these persons to speak up about any wrong activity happening in the organization, we should follow the confidentiality and confidential report mechanism. We should not reveal the name of the person who is the whistleblower, just to make sure that they are protected, and that environment should be encouraged by the governance policy of the organization. Now, next is bribery and corruption. See, I am not someone who is, just able to talk about this regarding any country or any government organization. I don't want to speak up about that, but yes, bribery and corruption, they are very serious concerns, especially in our country. Recently, most of the politicians are, encouraging us to make us aware about that. If you know anything, any person who is any official who is involved in the bribery or corruption, we should report with respect to them, and a legal action will be taken against them. These types of initiatives are taken, but yes, it's a long journey. So yes, corruption. So corruption is something which is a deviation from honest behavior. That means corruption include bribery. That means if I am misusing my authority, that is known as corruption. And yes, it's again a very serious breach related issue, because I am not honest. I am involved in illegal activities, and I am damaging to the society. Bribery is, I am giving, maybe I am offering, I am demanding, or I am receiving financial or other advantage. Just take the example, if you want admission in any specific college and there are limited seats left and you want that seat, so the that principal of that college asks you, okay, pay me 10 lakh and I will give you admission. So this is known as bribery, using the unjust advantage to and that the advantage is in the financial or other forms. Maybe the person is demanding a car, so that is again the example of bribery. So next is about how to control bribery and corruption, because it's essential to control these activities in organization, just to make sure that organization is working in a fair manner. So first of all, the commitment should be by the top management, and there will be a proper governance arrangement in the organization, and no bribery, and a strict adherence to the rules and regulation. And we need to make sure, and that is possible if top management is committed toward this and they are rigid about these areas and they are honest. So yes, they need to implement policies, code of ethics, and there should be strong internal control and check over these bribery related areas. And we need to make sure that we are providing good training to our employees or in terms of the organization. And again, we are reporting any concern with respect to bribery, and we are encouraging whistleblowers to speak about any wrong action or any fraudulent behavior in the organization. And again, there should be proper monitoring process in the organization, just to make sure that everything is being captured in the organization. So there are certain red flags or indicators which give us idea that there are possibilities of bribery happening. Maybe there is some excessive or unusual payment to the third party in the foreign bank account, and that is just an indication that yes, the person's earning is just 20,000 per month, but that person is having a good car, maybe the Fortuner. How is that possible? So that is the case of the lavish lifestyle that is not matching with the salary. Maybe commissions, maybe uh, you know uh, uh, the third party is not ready to sign the anti-corruption agreement with you. That is your policy, but they are not ready to sign those kind of agreement. And again, there are various activities which various possibilities which could create a situation of bribery and corruption, and you just have to read the scenario. The scenario will guide you about the idea that yes, these are the red flags or indicators of bribery to be happening. And you have to talk about the culture, the governance culture in that question. It's not like that you have to just write about what is bribery, what is corruption. No, you will be provided the information, and you will be provided certain indicators, and you will talk about bribery and corruption in that area. So guys, this was all about leadership, and we will be covering few questions after completion of all the topic areas, and I'll guide you how to link the knowledge area with the question scenario. You don't have to write directly in any question. No, it's not expected from you to just write down all the points directly. No, it's not required. You just have to mention the points regarding the case study, and it's not like that you have to type that what is this theory, what is that theory. No, it's depend upon the case study, and according to the case study you will be writing your answer. So guys, see you in the next lecture, and thank you till then. And please do mention me that do you want English lecture or you want English blend of English and Hindi. Thank you and good luck.